In 1922, on a quiet Bavarian farm in Germany, a family of 6 was brutally murdered. The crime was so bizarre and so terrifying that even after more than a century, the case remains unsolved. This is the haunting story of the Hinterkaifeck Murders. The Gruber family lived in a remote farmhouse called Hinterkaifeck. Andreas, the father, was known to be strict and harsh. His wife Cecilia, their daughter Victoria, Victoria's 2 children, and the maid all lived together. The farm was isolated, surrounded by forests with neighbors miles away, and that isolation would soon turn into horror. Days before the murders, Andreas complained about hearing footsteps in the attic. Though no one was found, a newspaper appeared on the farm that no one claimed to have bought, and their maid suddenly quit, saying the house was haunted. A new maid arrived just 1 day before the killings. She too would never leave alive. On March 31st, 1922, the killers struck. One by one, the family members were lured into the barn and slaughtered with a mattock, a type of pickaxe. First Andreas and his wife, then Victoria, then young Cecilia, only 7 years old, whose autopsy showed she lived for hours after the attack, pulling out her own hair in terror. The killer then entered the house, murdering the 2-year-old boy, and finally the maid. Days passed. Neighbors grew suspicious when the family did not appear in town. When they entered the farmhouse, they found the bodies stacked in the barn, covered with hay. The maid and young boy were found inside the house, lifeless. The entire family gone. What makes this case truly horrifying is what happened after. Evidence suggested the killers stayed on the farm for days. Animals were fed. Food was eaten. Even the fireplace was used. The murderer lived among the dead. Over the years, countless suspects were investigated. Neighbors, former lovers, even Victoria's rumored affair, but no one was ever charged. The murder weapon, the mattock, was found hidden in the attic years later, but it gave no answers. To this day, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain one of the most chilling unsolved crimes in history. Who could kill an entire family and then calmly stay in their home, eating their food, sleeping in their beds? Was it a jealous neighbor, a stranger passing through? Or was it something far darker? The truth may forever remain buried in the silence of Hinterkaifeck.